Good morning. We're going to make and we're going to do an analysis of the data that we collected last week, measuring lollipops and recording numbers of licks. So the first thing, I already did this. You're going to click on File and make a copy of my original one, so that way you can change the data. Okay, so you'll see the data. It gives us timestamp, the period, flavor, color, diameter, as well as number of licks. So first, we're going to calculate diameter. So we're going to scroll down to the bottom, and you'll see I've already got entries here for calculating the mean, median, mode, maximum, minimum, range, and sample standard deviation. I'm going to click on the box for mean. Notice this is column E, and it's also row E, row 77. Notice Google Sheets at the top left. See, it tells us the name box where it actually E77, so that's where we are. Now, the shortcut for calculating the mean is up here where the functions, looks like that Greek sigma, Greek letter E. We click the down arrow, and then we click on average, and then what we do is we highlight all of the data that we want to calculate. So from that 0.8156, we click and then we drag all the way up. We don't want to include the title. We want to include up to 8.837. And now I hit enter. Okay, so that calculated out the mean. Now, Google Sheets is trying to autofill. I'm going to click on X. We don't want to do that. Another way to do it, if it doesn't show up there, is I can just click on type equals, and then Google is already making a guess that what I want to do is median of E2 to E76. E2 to E76, that's the range of cells that we calculated before. That looks like it's correct. So I'm going to just click tab, and then I'm going to hit enter. That's done correct. Enter. And now for the mode, I can type equals, and then I type the word mode, M-O-D-E, and then I open parentheses. See, now it tells me mode is most commonly occurring data. That's what we want. So I'm going to open parentheses. And if you remember, it was E2 colon E76. So you can type it. You don't have to go ahead and click. Um, you don't have to type. You don't have to click and drag. You can go ahead and type it instead. Notice I don't have to type uppercase. I can type lowercase, and it'll do it for me. Now I hit enter. Now maximum. For the maximum, I can click on that down arrow under sigma and then max. Okay, and now I can go ahead again. It's E2 colon E76, or you can click and drag. And minimum is click the down arrow and choose min. Again, E2 colon E76, hit enter. Now range is going to be equal to the max 0.9401 minus the minimum 0.0871. So I'm going to type equals, and then I'm going to click on the number for max, and I'm going to do minus, and click on the number for min, and then I'm going to hit enter. Now for sample standard deviation, we're going to type equals stdev.s. Okay, that'll give us a sample standard deviation. And then I open parentheses, and now again it's E2 colon E76. Okay, and then I hit enter. It calculates the sample standard deviation. All the numbers that you get should be identical to these. They should always be the same. Now, hopefully you didn't type these numbers. Hopefully you did follow my instructions. And the reason for doing that is now if I highlight, oops, I didn't want to do that. I hit escape to get out of whatever I'm stuck in. Or click somewhere else. I'm going to click and drag to highlight all those. And then now I'm going to put the mouse over this blue box at the bottom. It's called the fill handle. And I'm going to click on the fill handle. I'm going to drag right. And notice it copies across and calculates the mean, median, mode, maximum, minimum, range, and sample standard deviation for the licks that we had. Notice it did it also for that licks column right there. See? Okay. Okay. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to calculate frequency. All right. Now, right here, we're going to start with the diameter bins frequency. We're going to start at J6. See, it says J6 here. All right. Now, the mean, we already calculated that. So I'm going to click on equals. And now I can click on what cell was the mean in. It was in this cell, E77. Now, what I'm going to do, see, it says equals E77. I'm going to press on the function key, F4. It's 2 to the right of the escape at the top of the keyboard. We're going to press on F4. And notice how it makes it E equals $E $77. We're doing that on purpose. Okay, now I'm going to hit enter to accept that. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on that same cell that we had, and I'm going to click and drag down, okay, to copy it down. And now I'm going to click on this new one. Now in this cell, it's supposed to be mean plus the standard deviation. So all we have is the mean. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click. This is the edit box up here at the top left. So I'm going to click after where it says E77, $sign E, $sign 77. I'm going to type plus, and now I need to scroll down and I need to click on the standard deviation box. So I'm going to click on standard deviation, which we had. And notice what was the key that put the dollar signs. We want those dollar signs. So I'm going to press that function key, F4, and see. So we want it to be equals $sign E, $sign 77 plus $sign E, $sign 83. So I'm going to hit enter. Now I'm going to go ahead and click on that cell that I was just in, and I'm going to copy down. Now I'm going to click on, this is supposed to be mean plus 2 times the standard deviation. Well, I'm going to click in this edit box here. We've got equals mean plus standard deviation, but I need to double that, so I'm going to do times 2, so it'll double the standard deviation. Right? And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy down again, and this one is supposed to be mean plus 3 times the standard deviation. Okay, so there we go. So now we've got that one. We're happy with it. We can click on check or can hit enter. Oops, somehow I made a mistake. So there we go. I want to change that from a 2 to a 3, and then we're good. It should be, okay, somehow I made a mistake. This one should be standard deviation times 2. This one should be standard deviation times 3. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy the one that says mean plus sigma, copy it. I'm going to paste it up here where it says mean minus sigma. And now up here in the edit window, in the edit box, I'm going to change that plus to not minus, so we're subtracting. Now I'm going to copy the mean plus 2 standard deviation, copy it. I'm going to paste it. I'm going to come up here. I'm going to change it to subtract instead of plus. And I'm going to copy it. The third one, mean plus 3 times the standard deviation. And I'll paste it where the minus is going to go. And I'm going to change the plus to minus. And I'm going to hit enter. So there we've got our frequency, what we call bins. And notice each of the numbers as we go is getting bigger by the amount of our standard deviation. Now, if you did this all correct with all the dollar signs, like I did, what we're going to do is we're going to highlight all of these numbers, and we're going to copy. I'm going to right click and copy. I'm going to click down below it. We're going to put this, copy that data down to where the number of licks are going to go. So then I'm going to right click, and then when I choose to paste, I'm going to choose paste special, and I'm going to choose formula only. The only reason why I'm doing formula only is so that it doesn't make them black, so that keeps them red. It doesn't matter if you just do paste. That'd be okay. It would just be black instead of red. Well, I don't know how that ended up with being black. I just want to make it red to keep it standard. Okay, so now you'll notice all it did was copy that same data. But what we want is for our data for number of licks, before we were in column E for diameter. For number of licks, it's the same data, but it's in column F. So all I'm going to do is I click on the first one, and instead of E77, I'm going to change that E to an F. Instead of E83, I'm going to change that to an F. So now it's going to calculate number of licks. So I'm going to do that for all of them. I'm going to change all of those E's for every single one to F's, and then it copies it all for me. So that makes life a lot easier. So again, this is why we put those dollar signs in, so that when it copied, all we have to do is change the letters here. It changes from one column to the next. All right, the goal behind this activity is not for you to become an expert in using Google Sheets or Microsoft Excel, but just to learn how to do it. Okay, so now we've got our diameter, our bins, and as well as our frequency. Okay, the next thing, again, notice here, the data is consistently increasing, okay, just like it is for the diameter bins. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and highlight all of the numbers from E2. We're going to click and drag down to E76, and I'm going to click on the data up in the menu box, and I'm going to click on named ranges. So I'm going to give this a special name. This is representing diameters, so I'm just going to go ahead and call this diameters. Okay, I'm going to click on done. We're good. I'm going to do the same thing with licks. I'm going to click from 1,212, and I'm going to highlight up to 913, and I'm going to click on data, and I'm going to do named ranges, and this is representing licks. So I'm going to go ahead and call it number of licks. and we click done, and we're good. Okay, so now I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to create a named range over here. I'm going to highlight all of my diameter bins, and I click on data, a named range, and I'm going to call this diameter bins. Right? And now the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to create histograms with our data. So I'm going to close this named ranges at the top right. I'm going to click on this X to close it. Now, what I'm going to do is I am going to first, I'm going to go ahead and copy these labels here, copy them. I'm going to paste them here. All right, now I'm going to click to the right of mean minus 3 times the standard deviation, and I'm going to type in Google Sheets and Excel to do a calculation or formula. We always start with equals, so I'm going to type equals, and now I'm going to type what we're going to do is frequency. So I'm going to do FREQ, frequency is what we want, good frequency. Now I'm going to type in the name of our range. The name of the range that we have for diameters is called diameters. So I'm going to type diameters. There we go, diameters. And I'm going to do comma, and I'm going to type diameter bins. It's going to do diameter bins. So what that's going to do is it's going to go ahead and group all of our diameters into the bins. So which ones are mean minus 3 standard deviation, which are mean minus 2, which are mean minus sigma, etc. So there are our bins, okay? And now I'm going to do the same thing below here. So what this means is that we have 2 of them that fall outside mean minus 3 sigma. Those are 2 outliers. 0 of them fall in between mean and minus 2 standard deviations. 0 of them fall between mean and and 0 of them fall between mean minus sigma and mean minus 2 sigma. 19 of them fall between mean and mean minus sigma. 52 of them fall between the mean and plus sigma. 2 of them are within 2 standard deviations above, etc. And no outliers on the high end. Okay, so now I'm going to do the same thing like I did on the bottom. I'm going to go ahead and click and drag copy. I'm going to paste them here. I forgot to make a named range for my lick bins. So I'm going to click and drag to highlight. And now I'm going to click on data, and I'm going to choose named ranges. I'm going to call this one, oh no, I called them frequency bins. I'm going to call them lick bins. That makes more sense. Done. Now I'm going to go ahead and click here, and I'm going to type equals frequency. I'm going to call them licks, comma lick bins. Right, so there we've got our data for our histogram. Now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to create a histogram, first from our diameters and next from our numbers of licks. So we're going to click and highlight both the titles, mean minus 3 sigma, all the way down to 0. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy the diameter and bins here. And now I'm going to highlight our data, and I'm going to choose insert, and I'm going to choose chart, and you'll see it's making a histogram, and it shows us where the data falls, right? That's for the numbers of frequency versus diameter. And then now I'm going to just, okay, and now I'm going to do the same thing for licks. I'm going to copy, paste the titles there. And now I'm going to go ahead and highlight them. And I'm going to go to insert, and I'm going to choose chart, and it makes a chart for us. And I'm just going to click our chart, and I'm going to try to drag our chart. There we go, so that it's not on top of our data. Okay, so we've got histograms. You'll notice that there are very few outliers, right? Okay, most of them fall close to the mean, between 1 standard deviation. It doesn't really represent a normal distribution real well, okay? Or numbers of licks does a little bit, but still not quite, okay? So that's how we create the frequency graphs, histograms rather, for our numbers of licks and also for our diameter.